Beneath the grand palaces and towering walls of ancient China lies a world of secrets, the whispers of imperial eunuchs, the silent disappearance of sacred artifacts, and the mysteries of vanished treasures weave a tapestry of intrigue. For centuries, scholars and adventurers have been drawn to these riddles, tantalized by the promise of hidden truths. What drove the construction of secret chambers? How did a symbol of absolute power simply vanish? These are not just tales of the past. They are keys to understanding a civilization that shaped history. Join us as we journey into the shadows of the Chinese Empire, where every mystery deepens the allure of its legacy. Before we dive deeper into these fascinating mysteries, we'd love your support. If you enjoy exploring the hidden stories of history, consider subscribing to our channel so you never miss an adventure. And if you'd like to support our work further, you can do so through Buy Me a Coffee. Your support helps us uncover and share the incredible secrets of the past. Now, let's unravel the mysteries of the Chinese Empire together. In the grand courts of Imperial China, eunuchs were paradoxical figures, entrusted with immense power, yet trapped in a system that robbed them of autonomy. Their rise from palace servants to political masterminds is a tale of ambition, survival, and intrigue. But how did men stripped of family ties and lineage carve a path to some of the highest offices in the empire? Initially, eunuchs were employed to protect the emperor's wives and concubines, their status ensuring they posed no threat to the purity of the imperial bloodline. Yet their role as guardians soon expanded. Trusted to manage the emperor's most intimate affairs, eunuchs gained unrivaled access to state secrets and decision-making processes. By the Ming Dynasty, their influence had grown so vast that entire government departments were run by eunuch officials. One of the most infamous cases was that of Qian, a eunuch who effectively ruled China during the reign of the Tianqi Emperor, 1620–1627. Wei established a sprawling network of spies and informants, persecuted scholars critical of his rule, and even constructed temples in his honor. His downfall came swiftly after the emperor's death, but his story underscores the precarious nature of eunuch power. It thrived in the shadows but crumbled under the spotlight. The mystery deepens with figures like Zhang, the celebrated admiral who led China's treasure fleets. A eunuch of humble origins, Zhang commanded voyages that reached as far as Africa and the Arabian Peninsula, spreading Chinese influence and bringing back exotic goods. His story stands in stark contrast to the political corruption associated with other eunuchs, showcasing their diverse roles in imperial history. Eunuchs were both feared and despised by the Confucian scholars, who upheld the empire's moral fabric. These scholars saw eunuchs as disruptors of social order, men who wielded power without adhering to Confucian ideals of family and hierarchy. As a result, the imperial courts were rife with conflict, as eunuchs and officials vied for control of the emperor's ear. But what of the deeper mysteries? Historical records suggest that some eunuchs operated underground networks, amassing wealth by skimming imperial funds and controlling access to the emperor. Others were believed to have smuggled information, or even valuables, out of the palace, leading to tales of hidden treasures linked to their clandestine activities. Their enigmatic legacy leaves us with questions that history may never fully answer. Were they victims of an oppressive system, or cunning survivors who mastered the art of court politics? The eunuchs of Imperial China remain a compelling symbol of how power can be both a gift and a curse, forever shrouded in the intrigues of the Forbidden City. Stretching over rugged mountains, deserts, and plains, the Great Wall of China is an enduring symbol of imperial might. But the wall as we know it today owes much of its form to the Ming Dynasty, a period when military threats from the Mongols prompted an extraordinary engineering effort. Beneath its imposing facade lies a story of ingenuity, sacrifice, and mysteries that remain unsolved. Unlike earlier walls built with tamped earth, the Ming Dynasty utilized bricks, stones, and lime mortar to construct a more durable barrier. The wall wasn't a single structure, but a complex network of fortifications, including towers, barracks, and watch stations. Laborers, often conscripted peasants and prisoners, toiled under brutal conditions, hauling materials across treacherous terrain. Some records even suggest that workers who perished during construction were buried within the wall itself, though evidence of this remains elusive. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Ming Wall is its hidden features. Historical accounts speak of secret chambers within its towers, used for storing supplies and housing soldiers. Some sections included underground tunnels for rapid troop movements, while others had false walls designed to trap invading forces. These ingenious designs highlight the strategic thinking that went into the wall's construction. But the wall was more than a defensive barrier. It was a psychological weapon. Its sheer scale sent a clear message to would-be invaders. China's borders were impenetrable. This psychological aspect was enhanced by the use of beacon towers, where fires lit on mountain peaks could relay warnings of enemy movements across vast distances. Despite its grandeur, the wall was also a source of controversy. Maintaining such an immense structure drained the empire's resources, leading to resentment among the populace. The Ming dynasty's eventual fall was partly attributed to its over-reliance on defensive strategies, symbolized by the wall, rather than addressing internal corruption and unrest. Modern surveys of the wall reveal yet another mystery. Certain sections remain uncharted. Remote and weathered by centuries, these parts suggest that the wall's true extent may be even greater than currently known. What secrets might these forgotten stretches hold? Hidden relics? Unrecorded engineering feats? The answers remain buried in the stones of this ancient masterpiece. The Ming dynasty's Great Wall stands not only as a testament to human determination, but as a monument shrouded in questions. Who were the forgotten laborers whose hands shaped its stones? What secrets did its architects embed within its towering heights? The wall invites us to uncover the mysteries etched into its timeless silhouette. For centuries, the heirloom seal of the realm was more than an artifact. It was the very embodiment of imperial authority. Crafted from precious jade during the reign of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, this seal bore the inscription, "Having received the mandate from heaven, may the emperor lead a long and prosperous life." As dynasties rose and fell, the seal passed through the hands of emperors, each one believing it to be a divine endorsement of their rule. But sometime in the chaos of history, the seal vanished, leaving behind one of China's greatest unsolved mysteries. The seal's disappearance is most commonly linked to the turbulent 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period, an era of relentless warfare and political upheaval. During this time, the seal was said to have been lost, possibly destroyed or hidden, to prevent it from falling into enemy hands. However, no definitive account of its fate exists, leading to speculation that it may still lie buried in an unmarked grave or hidden chamber. Adding to the enigma are historical records claiming that multiple fake seals were created over the centuries. These imitations were used by ambitious warlords and rival factions to legitimize their claims to the throne. This practice muddied the waters further, making it nearly impossible to trace the original heirloom seal. The symbolism of the seal extended far beyond its physical form. It was believed that possessing it granted an emperor the mandate of heaven, the divine right to rule. Without it, a ruler's legitimacy was questioned, leading to superstitions and political instability. The absence of the seal during crucial periods of history has fueled conspiracy theories, some suggesting it was deliberately destroyed by dynasties seeking to weaken the claims of their predecessors. In modern times, the mystery of the dragon's seal has captivated historians and treasure hunters alike. Some theorize that it could lie in the ruins of ancient palaces destroyed during invasions, while others believe it might have been melted down and recast into another form. Despite extensive searches and investigations, the seal's fate remains unknown, its story buried beneath layers of legend and history. The disappearance of the heirloom seal of the realm is more than a tale of lost treasure. It is a story of power, ambition, and the fragility of human institutions. As the centuries pass, its absence continues to haunt the legacy of China's imperial past, a silent reminder of the chaos that can engulf even the most sacred symbols of authority. At the heart of Beijing lies the Forbidden City, a sprawling palace complex that served as the seat of power for 24 emperors during the Ming and Qing dynasties. With its towering walls, gilded roofs, and labyrinthine corridors, it was a world unto itself, a city where power, opulence, and intrigue thrived. But beneath its grandiose exterior lie whispers of hidden chambers, secret passages, and mysteries that remain unsolved. The Forbidden City's layout was meticulously designed to reflect cosmic harmony, with every hall, courtyard, and gate symbolizing imperial authority. Yet some elements of its construction remain enigmatic. Records suggest the existence of underground tunnels built to ensure the emperor's safety during times of crisis. These tunnels were said to connect key buildings within the complex, providing discreet escape routes or passages for covert operations. Though historians have identified some of these tunnels, their full extent remains unclear, fueling speculation about what else might lie beneath the palace grounds. Even the palace's archives hold secrets. For centuries, the imperial court kept meticulous records of daily affairs, political decisions, and private correspondences. While many of these documents have been preserved, others have mysteriously vanished. Some believe these missing records were deliberately destroyed to conceal scandals or betrayals, while others theorized they were hidden in undiscovered chambers to protect the empire's secrets from invading forces. One of the most curious aspects of the Forbidden City is its rumored ghost palace. Stories abound of locked rooms and sealed-off wings where strange sounds are said to echo at night. Some attribute these tales to the restless spirits of concubines, eunuchs, or officials who met tragic fates within the palace walls. While such stories may seem like folklore, they reflect the darker side of court life, where betrayal, power struggles, and executions were commonplace. Another enduring mystery is the disappearance of certain treasures from the Forbidden City. During the late Qing dynasty, as foreign powers encroached on China, numerous artifacts went missing. Some were likely smuggled out by fleeing officials or stolen during periods of unrest. However, rumors persist of hidden vaults within the palace containing imperial treasures never recovered. Despite decades of research and restoration, the Forbidden City continues to guard its secrets. Its imposing walls seem to hold centuries of untold stories, tantalizing historians and archaeologists alike. What lies beneath its foundations? What truths are buried in its archives? The Forbidden City remains a silent witness to the drama of Imperial China, its mysteries as enduring as its legacy. In the autumn of 1860, flames engulfed the Old Summer Palace, or Yuan, as Anglo-French forces looted and destroyed the sprawling imperial complex during the Second Opium War. Known as the Garden of Gardens, Yuan was a masterpiece of art and architecture, blending Chinese and Western styles, but its splendor was more than aesthetic. It housed an unparalleled collection of treasures. When the palace fell, these priceless artifacts disappeared, leaving behind one of China's most haunting historical mysteries. The scale of the looting was unprecedented. Ornate vases, jade carvings, bronze statues, silk scrolls, and gold ornaments were stripped from the palace. Some of these treasures found their way to European museums and private collections, while others vanished entirely. Among the most famous losses were the 12 zodiac fountainheads from the palace's water clock fountain. While several have been recovered, others remain unaccounted for, sparking international debates over cultural restitution. Yet the mystery deepens with reports of hidden vaults within Yuan. According to historical accounts, as Allied troops advanced, Imperial guards and loyalists are said to have concealed some of the palace's treasures. These artifacts were supposedly buried beneath the ruins or transported to secret locations. Despite extensive searches, no significant discoveries have been made, leaving scholars and treasure hunters to speculate about the fate of these lost riches. The destruction of Yuan was not merely a loss of material wealth, it symbolized the humiliation of a nation. The burning of the palace, ordered by British Commander Lord Elgin, was intended as retaliation for the execution of European envoys by Qing officials. However, its impact resonated far beyond the battlefield, leaving a scar on China's cultural and historical identity. In the years since, the missing treasures of Yuan have become symbols of China's resilience. Each artifact recovered is celebrated as a step toward restoring the legacy of the palace. Yet countless items remain scattered or hidden, their whereabouts unknown. Some believe that private collectors hold these items in secret, while others suspect they were destroyed or irretrievably lost in the chaos. The vanishing treasure of the Old Summer Palace is a poignant reminder of the fragility of cultural heritage. As the ruins of Yuan stand in silent testimony to its past grandeur, they also whisper of secrets yet to be uncovered. What treasures might still lie buried beneath its charred stones? What stories could these lost artifacts tell if they were ever found? The answers remain hidden, waiting for history to reveal them. More than 2,000 years ago, during the Han Dynasty, Qian set out on a mission that would change the course of history. Tasked by Emperor Wu to forge alliances with distant tribes, Zhang became the first recorded Chinese envoy to venture into the vast and unknown lands beyond China's borders. His journey laid the foundation for the Silk Road, yet much about his expeditions remains shrouded in mystery. Qian's mission began in 138 BCE, but his plans were thwarted early on when he was captured by the Xiongnu, fierce nomadic warriors who were enemies of the Han Empire. For over a decade, Zhang lived in captivity, learning their customs and mapping their territories in his mind. Eventually he escaped and resumed his journey westward, traversing deserts, mountains, and foreign lands that no Chinese envoy had seen before. When Zhang returned to China, he brought back more than just information about potential allies. He described distant civilizations, including the Dayuan, who bred powerful horses, and regions rich with goods like jade, spices, and silk. His accounts introduced China to a world teeming with trade possibilities and exotic cultures. But historians are left wondering, how accurate were his descriptions? Did Zhang truly reach all the places he claimed, or were some details based on second-hand reports from other traders and travelers? The routes Zhang mapped became the backbone of the Silk Road, yet they remain a puzzle. Records of his travels are fragmented, leaving historians to piece together his exact paths. Did he cross into modern-day Afghanistan, or were his descriptions of those regions gleaned from local informants? How far west did he venture before returning home? These questions add a layer of intrigue to his already remarkable journey. Zhang Qian's expeditions also hint at the treasures he may have encountered or brought back. Some scholars speculate that his travels introduced rare plants and technologies to China, such as grapes, alfalfa, and improved irrigation methods. Others suggest he returned with unrecorded artifacts, gifts from foreign leaders, or spoils of his journey that have since been lost to history. Despite the uncertainties, Zhang's legacy is undeniable. His efforts paved the way for cultural exchanges that shaped civilizations on both ends of the Silk Road. Yet, as we celebrate his achievements, the mysteries of his journey remain tantalizing. What did he truly see in those distant lands? What treasures, tangible or intangible, might still lie undiscovered in the paths he walked? Zhang Qian's story is not just about a man. It's about the connections that bridged worlds and the secrets waiting to be uncovered along the way. In the twilight years of the Qing dynasty, Emperor Guangxu stood as a symbol of hope for a crumbling empire. A forward-thinking ruler, Guangxu sought to modernize China through the 100 Days Reform, a bold series of changes aimed at strengthening the nation in the face of internal decay and foreign aggression. But his ambitions made him enemies, and his life ended under suspicious circumstances that still puzzle historians today. Guangxu ascended to the throne in 1875. As a young boy, largely controlled by the iron will of Empress Dowager Cixi, his aunt and political guardian. For years, Cixi maintained her grip on power, relegating the emperor to a ceremonial role. But by 1898, Guangxu launched his reforms, aiming to overhaul the military, economy, and education system. His vision was to transform China into a constitutional monarchy, but his plans threatened the traditional power structures that Cixi represented. The Empress Dowager acted swiftly. Declaring the reforms a failure, she placed Guangxu under house arrest in the Forbidden City. Isolated and stripped of authority, he became a prisoner in his own palace, watched by loyalists of Cixi. For the next decade, Guangxu lived in captivity, his every move monitored, his dreams of reform crushed. On November 14, 1908, Guangxu died suddenly at the age of 37. Official accounts attributed his death to natural causes, but rumors of foul play spread quickly. The timing was suspicious. Cixi herself died the very next day, raising questions about whether she orchestrated Guangxu's demise to ensure a smooth transition of power to her chosen successor, the infant Puyi. A century later, modern science offered a chilling revelation. In 2008, forensic tests conducted on Guangxu's remains confirmed that he had been poisoned with arsenic, a lethal dose far beyond accidental exposure. The discovery reignited debates. Who was responsible? While Cixi remains the prime suspect, some historians suggest that palace officials, fearing instability after her death, may have acted preemptively to remove the emperor. The mystery of Guangxu's death goes beyond palace intrigue. It symbolizes the struggles of a dynasty on the brink of collapse. His efforts to modernize China were a last attempt to save the empire from the forces that would eventually end it. Yet, his untimely death ensured that those reforms would never take root, leaving the Qing dynasty to fall just 3 years later, in 1911. Guangxu's story is one of ambition thwarted by tradition, a tragic reminder of how resistance to change can seal the fate of even the mightiest empires. His death, shrouded in intrigue, continues to captivate historians and remains a haunting chapter in China's imperial history. The imperial history of China is a tapestry woven with ambition, triumph, and untold secrets. From the power struggles of the Forbidden City to the hidden treasures of the Summer Palace, these stories reveal more than just the grandeur of empires. They expose the human desires, fears, and conflicts that shaped a civilization. Each mystery is a doorway into the past, challenging us to piece together what time has obscured. If you've enjoyed this journey into China's imperial secrets, show your support by liking this video and sharing it with friends who love history as much as you do. And don't stop here. There's so much more to discover. Explore our other videos for more untold stories and fascinating mysteries. Until next time, keep uncovering the past.